Hi there, ladies. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Starting Over with Marta. And if you're new here, I'm Marta. I'm a certified life coach, and I help professional ladies just like you who have recently left a toxic relationship or who are still in a toxic relationship go from feeling lost and emotionally drained to achieving wholeness and alignment with their divine purpose. So, today we are starting an absolutely new series that I am so excited about. I'm excited about this series because it is wintertime. It's getting cold, and sometimes when it gets cold, when the weather gets cold, you may get a person that tries to insert themselves into your life and leech off and become a parasite to your stability. So that is a form of financial abuse. And so all this week, we are going to be covering financial manipulation 101. So this is a 5-day series every day of the week that every lady needs to see, because let me tell you something. Financial abuse is one of the most silent forms of manipulation, and it hides in plain sight. It looks like helping, it looks like being supportive, it looks like being loyal, but the truth is you are being strategically drained. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's go there. All right, before we do, I do want to share some resources with you. So here's the thing. Please forgive me, but my website is under construction. I did hire some people to finish my website. It's not finished. So I put a password on it because it just looks a mess right now. So the free resources, if you need the journal, if you need the Science is Time to Go course, if you need for those two resources or any of those other or any of the ebooks, you can email me and I can send them to you directly for right now, just for the next few days until they finish my website. If you are looking to do the 30-minute free session, that link is still the same. It is still my Calendly link. You can probably see it behind me on the board back there. So any of those, that link down there for the free session is still valid, and you can also see that description. Those links are in the description. All right. Anyway, let's get into it. Enough of that. Let's get into it. Or if you have questions, just email me. I can send you whatever you need. All right. So today, we are kicking off day 1 of a very powerful new series. This is Financial Manipulation 101. Welcome to our series. And so, here's the thing. There are signs that ladies overlook when they are feeling exhausted and confused and stuck. And guess what? I want you to listen with your spirit and not your guilt, because if something hits, you need to pause, breathe, and think, and be honest with yourself. Okay, so let's look at the signs. Here's sign number 1. You are carrying, these are five signs that, and I forgot to tell you the title of the series, of this particular day 1, 5 hidden signs that you're experiencing financial abuse. Okay, so let's start with sign number 1. Y'all know I don't edit, so let's just go with it. So sign number 1, you're carrying all the financial weight. So this is the first sign. Okay, you're carrying the entire load, not occasionally, not temporarily. I'm talking about this is a pattern. This is a pattern. You're paying for the groceries, the rent, the full light bill, all the dates, his emergencies, his car repairs, your car repairs, his personal habits, and his responsibility. Does this sound familiar? Meanwhile, he contributes the bare minimum or nothing at all. Why is this hidden? Because at first it can just look like a struggle. Okay, he's struggling right now. I want to step in and help him because he's struggling. Or it could look like I'm just being supportive. Or it can look like, well, this is just what a good woman does. If you tell yourself things like, well, I make more money, so it's fine. I don't want to see him homeless. He just needs a little bit of help. Or he's just going through a tough time. Well, if his tough time becomes your lifestyle, your entire lifestyle, then you are no longer helping. You are enabling and you are being drained. So I want to give you a scenario. Okay, let me paint a picture here. So he moves in very quickly. Okay, like some of them there are men who seek out this. They look for, especially during the wintertime, they look for someone that where they can go and stay and never leave. So their primary goal is to get themselves to your place, to your apartment, to your house, and have a intimate night with you so that they never leave. When you leave out, they still there. So he moves in after a few months because his lease is up, or he's in between jobs, or he never left after that night that you spent with him. And you tell yourself it's temporary. You cover the bills, then the groceries, then his phone bill. Then suddenly this situation is your responsibility. 6 months later, months have passed and he has made zero progress. But he has taken over your space, become quite comfortable, and gained access to everything that you have built. And so your stability should not reward his irresponsibility. So I want you to ask yourself, if you stop contributing today, what would happen? If everything will fall apart, then that's a sign. That's not a partnership. Sign number 2, he guilt trips you for having boundaries. So a financially exploitive man cannot tolerate the word no. You could say the most reasonable, healthiest, you could say it in the healthiest way. And guess what he'll do? He's going to twist it into emotional punishment. It's going to go something like this. If you love me, you'd help me. You know I'm trying. You know what? You acting funny ever since you got that job. Or you acting funny. Oh, here's another one when you get your tax return. Because you know it's tax season, ladies. It's tax season. They coming for you. You been acting funny ever since you filed your taxes. You know, I did help you before. You know, it's crazy how you'll help strangers, but not your man. So he will make you feel guilty for protecting your resources, your peace, your home, your boundaries. Why? Because guilt is the easiest way to control a woman with a good heart. So let's go a little deeper, okay? Because a man who is truly trying to rebuild his life will not need to manipulate you. He will make plans and show progress and show responsibilities and take accountability. So, you know, I'm not saying that there are not times where, you know, especially if you're in a marriage, there are not times where, you know, sometimes things happen, but they are showing progress and responsibility and taking ownership and accountability, and things are happening. Some actions are being taken. Okay. Manipulation shows up when someone wants the benefits of your life without putting forth the effort to build their own. Okay. So remember, in the Bible, the man is the provider. Okay. So we are the helpmates. So I want you to keep that in mind. And we're going to go there. I don't want to get ahead of myself because we're going to be talking about that all this. We're going to be talking about some things all this week when it comes to finances. Okay. What happens with your relationship when you try to set a boundary? I want you to ask yourself that. Do you get emotional punishment, or do they accept accountability or give support? Okay. I want you to just sit there and think about that for a minute. Okay. Here's a sign number 3. He lives off your stability. So let's talk about men who enter relationships for survival and not love. And this man, he conveniently inserts himself in because he sees your stability, your home, your peace, your income, your consistency, and decides that you are the solution to all his problems with your bank account. He moves in fast, he becomes dependent fast, and he stagnates even faster. So here's how it starts. It can start like this with a struggle story. He plays on your empathy. He highlights how everybody else abandoned him. You the only one that he got. You all I have. You the only one I have. He makes you feel chosen because, I trust you, only you. Okay. But over time, you realize his presence adds nothing but weight. He's not building a life. He's occupying the one that you have constructed. And so let me give you a scenario. You are the one that's waking up early for work. He's sleeping in. He's playing his game system all day. You paying bills. He on the game. You budgeting. He borrowing from you. You are stressed, but he's very much relaxed and he's not even asking about the bills because he's living off of the structure that you created. Not because he can't improve or because there's no potential. But remember, we can't go off of potential. We have to go off the fruit. And it's because he doesn't have to, because you are doing it for him. Okay? So if you stopped, would he sink or would he swim? Okay? Let's look at sign number 4. Your money disappears, but his lifestyle doesn't. This is the man who makes sure his comfort stays the same, even if you are the one who are financially collapsing. Does he still go out, buy vapes, weed, orders out, buy clothes, keeps up do all the things, hangs out with his homeboys, asks you for gas, replaces the things that he wants, but you are the one delaying your hair appointments, your nail appointments, cutting back on your groceries, worrying about the bills, and doing other jobs just so that you can keep things going, budgeting down to the dollar. Let me tell you something. Take it from somebody who's been there. A financially abusive partner will watch you stretch yourself to the thinnest, the absolute thinnest, while he remains unchanged. A man who truly cares about you will feel uncomfortable if you are uncomfortable. He will not relax during your struggle, and he will not let you drown so that he can float. Okay? Let's look at sign number 5. Look at sign number 5. This is the biggest one of all. This is where we have to stop and acknowledge the truth. Okay? If the idea of saying no makes you feel like he's gonna leave, or that he'll get angry, or that he'll fall apart, or make your living situation miserable, or blame you, or turn cold, then guess what? You are not in a loving relationship. You are in a financial dependency trap. Financial abusers rely on your fear. They rely on your kindness. They rely on taking advantage of you. Fear that he will struggle, that he will retaliate, or that you will be seen selfish, or that you will be alone again. But here's the truth. A man who truly loves you does not punish you for having boundaries, and he does not collapse when he's held accountable, and he does not weaponize your compassion. Okay? So I want you to ask yourself, if you stopped helping him financially today, would he still respect you, or would there be chaos in your home? And that answer will tell you everything. Okay? And so guess what? These signs that I'm giving you are not here to shame you. I'm doing this series because I was there. I raised my hand first because I was there. And they are here to open your eyes and realign you with purpose and protect your spirit. And if any of this spoke to you today, it's because your spirit recognizes the truth. And remember, John 8:32 says, you should know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So we have to acknowledge the truth, and then we have to begin to make steps to make some changes. You have to make some changes and some tough choices. Okay. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to be talking about that all this week. So I want you guys to stay tuned to this series. This is so important, ladies. It's wintertime. Lock your apartments up. Close your purses. Lock up your apartments and your houses. Okay. Because we are not allowing irresponsible people to insert themselves in our lives. Okay. So remember, I want you to come back tomorrow for day 2. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about 6 tactics financial exploitive men use to control you. It's very eye-opening. I might ruffle some feathers. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, but we're going to go there. It is necessary, okay? You deserve peace. You deserve reciprocity. And you deserve partnership, not exploitation. I'm gonna get some shirts made that say reciprocity. Okay. So I love you guys. God loves you. I love you. I will see you in day 2. And make sure that you stay tuned to every day of this series. All right. See you on the next video.